It's just you now. You're down and out, ready to collapse at any moment. But you can feel it. In your bones. In your blade. In your gun. In your fists. Whatever stands in your way, no matter what it is, it's time to knock it down. The final boss. This is it. But there are 10 of them standing between you and victory. Will you falter? Or will you make it through and stand victorious at the end of it all? Grenademanblitz, top 10 boss battles in gaming. In my humble opinion. Spoilers, of course. A world, covered by a ceiling that can never be pierced, governed by one entity above all. Armored Core 3 paints a bleak picture of the world, one that is truly a metaphor for someone to interpret. But at the end of it all, after countless missions and augmentations to your AC, it's your time to take down whatever stands before you. And what does stand before you? Why, some of the most powerful ACs in the game ready to tear you to shreds. But you've got this. This is what you're trained for. And after this, you're going to take those sweet, sweet credits and buy yourself some new parts. You take them out and enter the room where the man himself, the controller, is waiting. Or should I say the machine himself. Turns out the controller's a giant AI that's been running the city of Laird this whole time. No matter, your job is on the line, and your life is on the line. Destroy it, Raven. And then, finally, the world can see the sun again. Brave Fencer Musashi has to be one of my favorite PS1 games. A classic dungeon exploration game to the core. With various RPG elements strewn into it, it's definitely a game that everyone should play at some point. So, if you haven't, go get yourself a copy and give it a shot. Ready for spoilers? Okay, cool. Your awesome talking sword? Yeah, he's a doucher. He's actually the spirit of the demon monster that was sealed away centuries ago by the original Musashi, who's probably you from the future, but maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, the whole game, it's up to you to collect the 5 scrolls to prevent this from happening, but turns out you're actually going to awaken the monster if you do. And you don't know this till the end. And then Kojiro dies. That's not how the legend of Musashi goes. Anyway, the fight's pretty fun, but I genuinely like it because of the build-up and the feeling of the, oh fuck, what have I done, it gives you. Moving on. F-Zero GX is a hard game. Like, holy fuck, is it hard. If you haven't played it, I highly suggest practicing some form of meditation before you give it a shot. It's full of so many moments of bullshittingly hard races that it will make you want to throw your controller in rage. But damn, is it a good game. And the whole story mode of the game culminates in the final race against the creators, a series of entities that are not even mentioned in all in the game once up until this point. Well, why would they have been? After all, they made this world. They made this game. It's highly implied, and it definitely can be inferred that these entities are a representation of the actual creators of the game, giving you one final challenge to see if you can really live up to the title of Captain Falcon. Granted, Black Bull's race and Deathborn's race may have been harder, at least to some, but the setting of this race, and the fact that it is the creators of the game saying, "Get good, son," yeah, one of the best in my opinion. Being the Arisen sucks. Well, first off, you lose your heart, and well, actually, that's about it. I mean, you're practically immortal now. Cool, right? Wrong. You have to face against one of the most sultry-voiced villains in gaming. One of the most philosophically sound bosses in gaming history, in my opinion. Many games try and shove pseudo-symbolism down your throat with the final boss, but Grigori is genuinely mentally imposing. First off, he's a goddamn dragon. But second, he gives you the choice to fight him. That's right, you don't even have to face him. He offers you the chance to leave, at the cost of one person you love most. In my first playthrough, it was Fornival the Merchant because I didn't understand there was a system for romance. Or you can face him and try and defeat him, but if you lose, he will destroy everything. But here's the thing. You may not know it at the time, but even if you do win, the world's gonna go to shit anyways, and either way, it's all your fault. Feel good about yourself? Well, you still can, because holy shit, this fight is awesome! I'm flying on a dragon while waxing philosophically! You've done it! The Motherlode has to be here, right? Wrong. The truth is here. You, Mega Man Volna, are not some hero, but a catalyst to bring about the end of the above civilization. So thanks for waking me up. It's time for me to kill them all. Wait, you're not about to let this actually happen, right? Hell no. Mega Man Juno is an all-around asshole, both first form and second. But that smug-ass face of his just makes me want to punch him all the way back into Mega Man Classic. This fight's not something to snuff at either. Unless you got Shiny Laser, then fuck him. But playing it without, be on your toes. He'll shoot ya, he'll boot ya, he'll jump at ya. Anything to stop you from carrying out his programming. But if that's just what he's programmed to do, is he really evil? I don't fucking know, just kick his ass. This isn't even my final form, the fight. Seriously, like, what the fuck, dude? So many forms, but each time it feels so right. First, it's just you. Then it's you and your bros. Then you're playing Star Fox. Then it's just you and your bro. And then, oh yeah, this fight. It's so perfect. I mean, plenty of people have problems with this game, but notice this, right here. That reaction command? It's the same damn one from the beginning of the game, the very first reaction command move you learned. Xemnas is, at least metaphorically, bringing the whole game full circle in this moment, reminding you how far you've come, how much you and your best friend have been through, even though not Sephiroth here controls like shit at this point. And to tie it all off, once you've gotten him low enough, you get the special little cinematic of you delivering the final blow. And then you actually deliver the final blow. Literally. It's fucking amazing. But because the coolest part is kinda just a cinematic, I can't put this any higher in the list. I consider it a cardinal sin. On your quest, did you become the very best, like no one ever was? Did you catch them all and pass your own tests, and have you trained them to your cause? Because this man has traveled far and wide, and he has taught them all to understand the power inside. This man, this boy, waits for you atop Mount Silver to engage you in the same combat that you have made yourself so familiar with. This man is Red. Red is supposed to be the player, you, from the previous game, Red and Blue. A part of you that you left behind in Kanto, the one destined to be the very best. He has trained his ragtag team into an elite fighting force, enough to take down the Elite Four. But guess what? So have you. And now it's time to prove yourself. It's time for you to defeat yourself and claim the throne of the very best. But don't take Red lightly, for even though he's got a level 80 Pikachu on his team, he does not fuck around. Sonic Adventure 2 is an obscenely flawed game, but I'll be damned if I didn't love it, and it all culminates in one of the absolute best final fights of a game. Not mechanically, of course, but as a fan of Sonic, you know exactly what I mean. First off, it's in space. Anything in space is automatically 10 times cooler, that's a fact. Second, you get to play as not only Super Sonic, but for the first time in the series, a true second super character, Shadow. Super Tails and Hyper Knuckles or whatever, that doesn't count. And you bash your way through this dumbass lizard with 5 minutes before the space station crashes into the planet, all the while one of the most iconic songs in all of gaming plays in the background. The whole thing is just a big buffet of fan service, and I'll eat it with a goddamn hedgehog-shaped fork. Do those even exist? Anyway, the fight's not perfect either, not by a long shot. But if you know what you're doing, you can easily defeat this guy in under a few minutes, solidifying how awesome you should feel by getting this far. Yeah. Take a pose, guys. It'll be a long while before you get another good 3D game. Now, for this one, I only put it this high because of the Zero playthrough. The reason being, it's because for the first real time in the series, we get to see why Sigma is an asshole, and it's revealed that it's Zero's fault. He taunts you, challenges you, berates you, and because this whole fight is filled with a burning spirit of, well, this was meant to happen, except now you're the bad guy and I'm the good guy, this fight is awesome as hell. First off, he comes at you like the robot Grim Reaper, then he asks you, "Are you ready for round 2?" And then goes full buff boy on you, shooting eye lasers like no one's business. When you beat that, you get to fight 2 versions of him at once. Sorta. Prepare to become space dust. If you are not ready for this fight, stock up on those E-tanks, you're in it for the long haul. I don't think in all of gaming history there ever has been, at least until the point of this release, a final boss battle as cinematic and climactic as this one. The castle has crumbled and lays in ruins. By all intents and purposes, you've won. But then a cry in the darkness, the bellowing of the beast. He's not done. He's waiting. He knows you'll come for him. You approach him, blade in hand, and he bursts out, letting his own power consume him. He wants you dead, and he will stop at nothing to make sure that comes to fruition. But you've learned. You know the tricks of the trade, and, if you were lucky enough, you're packing the Bigoran sword. So go at it, hero. Time to vanquish evil from this world and make sure that the power never falls into the wrong hands again. You know, until someone announced down the timeline. The Ganon fight from Ocarina of Time is single-handedly my favorite boss battle of all time, and Ocarina of Time isn't even in my top 5 Zeldas. But I'll be goddamn if by the time you're facing Ganon you aren't a bit hyped. The ambience, the setting, the lightning flashing in the background as you barely see Ganon's face, the fact that he fucking knocks the one weapon guaranteed to destroy him out of your hand. This guy is not fucking around. But again, you're ready. So show him what you've got. You already fought 10 other assholes to get here. This has been Grenademanblitz's top 10 boss fights in gaming. Thanks for fucking kicking ass to get here. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for sticking around throughout the video, and again, we made it to 100 subscribers. Fucking awesome, right? If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and click that little subscribe button down there. I know you want to. It's nice and red. That's the color of justice, and if you know me, which I'm sure you do now, I'm all about that. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more of it, give it a like, let me know. If you want your friends to enjoy it as well, share it on social media. I don't know what you use. Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Grindr, I don't fucking care. Any of them will do. If you want to submit your own feedback, drop a comment down there in the comment section below. I usually reply. I might not. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. As always, guys, I will see you in the next video. And remember, video games are the best video games. Later.